I once played a multiplayer game as an emo hive mind
Oh.
and named every single system in my empire and every planet in my empire, including the ones that I wasn't colonizing, as something starting with like big X, little x, big X underscore, and then a really, really long name with a capital and then little letter for each letter, and
I hate
then
that.
ended it with XXX again at the end. It made coordinating an attack against me absolutely impossible.
See,
It can actually be a really clever strategy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Stellaris DevClash. I am your host for the evening, Benjamin Magnus, and today I remembered to wear one of my Nerdly shirts, and because Nurgle gave me a hard time last time about not giving Voyager enough love, I wore my Captain Proton shirt.
I mean, this is acceptable. And hello, everyone. I'm the other host. I am DJ, one of the community ambassadors on Stellaris. And to be honest with you, should we just jump in without further ado at this point?
Oh, yes.
And bring people up to date with where we are
Most definitely.
and what on earth is going on in this game? Because I suspect we're reaching the end of some empires' expansion eras, and they're going to start looking rather covetously at their neighbours' territory.
Yeah, we didn't see any conflict, really. There was one destroyed sign ship, I think was all of the casualties for the first stream. And we managed to get 49 years into the game in just under 2 hours of gameplay, which was absolutely astonishing. But I'm hoping for, the borders are all bumping up into each other. Some people are boxed in. I'm hoping for a little conflict this time. I want to see some explosions.
Right? It would be quite nice to see some explosions.
Oh, yeah.
Although I think one of the things that may hold that off, and at this point, if we could jump into game, I think one of the things that's holding us off from mass conflict at this point is the fact that our only total war empire, we've only got the one total war empire in the game, and that's the quality assurance core here. And the problem is that they've got an awful lot of expansion room still, and lots. It's good expansion room as well. There's black holes with dark matter. There's dig sites. There's planets. They've
a whole
got
1/5
reason to expand.
A whole 1/5 of the galaxy right there is basically opened. Well, it's technically open to 4 empires right now, but there's really only one making a hard push for it.
Yeah, Heavy Metal Inc. have really pushed down the center and are pushing.
They were, but they did say in an interview last time that they needed to slow down because they expanded so quickly. They kind of did a little, and then they had to slow.
This is true. They're going to be hurting for their empire cap. And that's something that I do want to, or empire size, sorry, we renamed it. That's something I do want to make sure we look at today, because one of the things that we have to keep in mind when looking at the galaxy map and looking at the overall state of play at the moment is that size matters in 3.3. The bigger your empire, the slower you go as far as technologies are concerned, as far as your traditions are concerned. And bless me, I'm terribly sorry. I did hit my mute button though, so I didn't deafen everybody. So because of that, the smaller empires are actually going to be at an advantage. One of the things that I do expect to see is the Order of Our Lady Trappistine starting to potentially pull ahead science-wise, because not only are they very small, they're also a Void Dweller start, which means they get easier access to size. Like they get easier access to science districts, and can put out more science than most empires will be able to, certainly in the early game, until they run out of science to build over inside their district. So that will be very interesting to see sort of how it all goes.
Before we go any further, should we mention the community achievement for today's stream so that we can keep it fresh in everybody's mind going forward, or save it for the end?
No, I think that's a good idea. So what is this week's community achievement, Ben?
I believe it is. Oh, what is it called? I have it pulled up in front of me. It's doing something nice for somebody else, but I can't remember what it's called.
It's called the Heart, and the person who wins will be rewarded for the biggest act of kindness. Yep. So it's going to be very interesting.
So we should keep that in mind going forward. Who is benevolent?
Yeah,
Or
who's going to
magnanimous,
be
even.
nice? Yeah, right. I will be interested to see that. I have a feeling the Donut Corporation might win this one. They like giving baked goods to people, whether they want it or not.
Giving, forcing, potato, potato.
Yeah, right. It's the same thing at the end of the day. It's fine. I'm sure everything will be fine. Also, their goal they have stated is to encircle the galactic core. Which brings them directly into conflict with
a lot of people.
Several empires at this point. Yeah.
Several, not just several empires, several strong, powerful empires who might have a thing or two to say about it. One of which is in a giant federation. Our only federation.
Yeah, that's a good point. The federation between Heavy Metal Inc. and
Earth, Dolphins, Panicwealth.
And the Order of Our Lady Trappist in it as well? Yes, they are.
Yep, it's those three.
Yeah, those three are all in a galaxy-spanning federation, almost.
I just saw someone in chat say, Benji, where are you from, my boy? I'm from New York, and I am in Stockholm now, though. I just relocated. Oh, so before we go any further, so Heavy Metal Inc. was rated as the fan favorite for the last one. I also think they're the one most likely to get involved in a conflict. Be a primary participant in a conflict. What do you think?
If they won in the Federation, yes. But I don't know if... So like, for instance, were they to go to war, there are 3 potential targets, right? They can either hit the Total War Empire to their south, but that is risky. Yeah, hitting the Quality Assurance Corps. Or they could go after the Church of Gainz, but if they do that, Order of Our Lady Trappist is very open to attack very easily.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? And because it's such a small empire on their border, that could be very, very dangerous.
They are fortified, but that doesn't mean too much against a mobile threat.
No. The 3.4k, they're decent strength bases, but they're not gonna...
not enough to withstand a single enemy fleet right now.
And so, yeah, I wouldn't want to fight the Church of Gainz at this point.
What if their other forts is only 1.3, so not all of them are even that strong.
And so, yeah, whilst, yes, I agree, Heavy Metal Inc. are definitely probably the most belligerent empire in the galaxy. They're in a weird place when it comes to war, where war might not be their smartest move. And again, the problem we have there again is they've got room to expand still. And the more room there is to expand, the more time realistically before you're going to start focusing on warfare. It will be interesting. Now, where I do wonder if we'll see something is here. The Doughnut Corporation, the automated support unit, I don't think they'll get involved because I think they're going to focus on going down south.
Yeah.
But the Doughnut Corporation are sandwiched in. The Commonwealth of the Greater that lot are...
the Space Squirrels.
Yep. They are pretty much done with expansion. They've got a few systems they can still push into, but they're going to be done with expansion soon, and then it's the same with the Horticulturists. They're locked in now. And the Church of Gainz is
also locked in. Yep.
Yeah. So those empires are the ones that I sort of expect to be the most belligerent about things, because they've got the least to sort of do otherwise. And especially with the way influence is, the empires that have got room to expand into, they're still going to be struggling with influence. Whereas those empires that have done with their expansion, they're going to be wallowing in it soon.
I would just like to give a huge thank you to the live content team for finding that rogue USB cable that was constantly blooping in my ear. That was very distracting. I appreciate it.
Nice. Well done to the live content team.
It's just over and over. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. So, anywho, continuing on.
I think... And then, of course, the other empire that's going to be fascinating to see what they decide to do is the Dolphins. Because of all empires, the Dolphins are just sort of vibing in the corner, aren't they?
They're content. Yeah, they're just chilling.
Yeah.
They have easily the most room to expand into because they have a little bit to the north and then a whole bunch in the galactic south, but they're content. They're very content.
Yeah, they've got a size 25. Oh, chat, don't you think that the Dolphins should colonize Pristine Jewel? Don't you think if that would be a great idea?
With a name like that,
Yeah,
why would you ever not?
I was about to say that nothing could possibly go wrong if they just colonized it, right? Oh, look, it's got rings and everything. The galaxy liked it so much it put a ring on it.
Sounds like a trap.
Nothing,
yes, it definitely sounds like a trap.
Nothing bad will happen.
I kind of miss, like...
Ooh.
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 Psionic potential. Sorry, I was going to say, I kind of miss, like, those first few Stellaris runs from way back when everything was fresh,
things like that.
And you didn't know which butt you were touching that was going to have problems. And it was just like everything was a surprise.
There was literally a post on Reddit the other day where someone had put up the best start ever because they had found a size 25 Gaia world. I think it was Pristine Jewel. I can't remember which one it was. Oh, 2. The Swolfins, too, have decided that they're going psionic. The min-maxer in me cries, why? The game master in me prays that one of them manages to pull End the Cycle, because I've never seen End the Cycle in multiplayer. And seeing it in the DevClash would be the best place ever to see it for the first time. So the Heavy Metal Incorporated have uplifted the Bothrians.
Was that the larger planet that they gobbled up before? The Atomic Age people?
Yeah.
Was that the Quality Assurance Corps that did that?
I think the Quality Assurance Corps also found some primitives, which is worrying for everybody else.
I would like to point out I'm really a big fan of the naming convention going on in the Quality Assurance Empire right now. It makes things very orderly and digestible.
I do, but also at the same time, naming your systems after what they do may not be the greatest act of, like, espionage ever.
I've got a friend that I've played multiplayer with this several times, and he does the same thing, but he came up with a code that only he knows for what does what. So from an outsider's perspective, it just looks like a hexadecimal key, but to him, he can read it perfectly.
I once played a multiplayer game as an emo hive mind. And named every single system in my empire and every planet in my empire, including the ones that I wasn't colonizing, as something starting with, like, big X, little x, big X, underscore, and then a really, really long name with a capital and then little letter for each letter, and then ended it with XXX again at the end. It made coordinating an attack against me absolutely impossible.
Dude,
it can actually be a really clever strategy.
Chat points out that, hey, maybe, we don't know, maybe this is like a false flag information, and that is just the face. Like, this is definitely just a small colony filled with nothing but scientists, and then, bam, combat cockroaches.
Yeah, I mean, if that is what they're doing, then I'm all there for it. But from what I'm seeing, I'd say that's the colony is actually an alloy production world. And production is actually an energy production world.
Oh, yeah, 22. It's all right.
So yeah, maybe that is what they're doing.
It's the battery mines of Urapente.
That hive mind empire sounds like a freaking war crime. That was very much the idea. Yeah, yep. It was great fun.
I mean, half the point of playing multiplayer with your friends is to annoy your friends with your empire.
Correct. Although anyone who plays Criminal Megacore deserves everything they get. Just putting that out there.
Did you try setting up a multiplayer game right after Megacore came out and every single person picked that?
No, but we did have one megacore in that galaxy, and everybody agreed to declare war on them at the same time. Yeah, that was that.
Partition them and get them out.
Yep. No, we didn't get them out. We changed their government type.
Oh, okay.
We used one of the pacifist empire to turn them into pacifists. It's perfect. So it's all very quiet.
Yeah.
Still. I'm kind of shocked. I was hoping by this point that some real belligerence would have kicked off.
In my experience with weekly multiplayer games, normally what happens is you end, and then everybody spends a week doing corporate espionage, basically, just talking behind the scenes, and then as soon as the next session starts, that's when you bam.
So one of the rules with this one is they aren't allowed to do that between sessions.
Wait.
Yes.
I didn't see that rule. They're not allowed to talk.
No, that's banned.
You can't.
Yep. That's banned. So no deals between sessions, and everybody's being really good with it as well. So yep, no deals between sessions. They have to do the deals in the sessions.
Okay. So that explains that.
Yeah. So I suspect maybe we've got some deal making going on behind the scenes at the minute.
I would hope so. I would certainly hope so.
Yeah, it would be. So, for me, each empire should I'm looking at the different empires and I'm wondering what would my goal be if I was playing as them at the moment. Yeah. So if I'm playing as the QA core, my goal is one thing and one thing alone, and that is expansion.
Jiras.
I just want to if you look at the way the stars are laid out, what I would probably do is take to this star here, the Radinus with the wormhole, and then push down from there and take as much of this spit as possible and push towards the Panicwealth as much as humanly possible. I wouldn't concentrate on this little spit going up here because I'm fighting two people. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I go upwards, I'm fighting them and them at the same time, whereas if I go downwards, the only person I'm racing are the Panicwealth, who also need to push upwards to consolidate their territory that way as well.
They've got a fair bit of that empty area explored now too, so they know what's out there.
Yeah. So yeah, if I'm the quality assurance core, it's all about expansion. And the Panicwealth, my main priority would probably be the Baron system. If I can get the Baron system, I'd be very happy, but I don't think you will. So it would be Lyrae instead that becomes your priority. Get that system in, and you've got a nice choke point to defend. Yes, you're giving up quite a lot of territory, but that stops the automated support units expansion in that direction. Once I've got that bit dealt with, I'm then doing the opposite of what I was doing with the QA core and pushing downwards. Obviously, the automated support unit and heavy metal ink just need to push, because whoever gets Tazri has a massive advantage. They're the one that gets to push in. Tazri is the system that matters there. And at the moment, it looks like it's going to be heavy metal ink that gets it.
Someone in chat a bit ago asked, how do we enforce a rule like that? You can't do backdoor deals between sessions. It's just the honor system. I mean, we're playing for fun. We're not playing to smash each other's face off. So I mean, and we're all co-workers here. So.
Exactly. Do the Trappists have the Trappists name their planets for famous Belgian beers? Let's find out.
Don't look like them.
No, we have Saint Hot, Rochamel. Oh yes, I think they are actually. Yes, I believe they are. Looking at it, yes. Rather wonderful.
Are these all the names? Okay, I don't know enough about Belgian beer.
Yeah, they are Belgian beers. Yeah. So if I'm playing as Trappist, though, this is where we get to an opposite point of view, right? Like, let's take them as the example, and they're doing exactly what I would be doing in their case. They are just like crapping out habitats. If you look, there's another one that they've just finished building and are about to colonize. And every time I look up there, there seems to be a new habitat.
Oh, what else are they gonna do? They are
time.
full blocked in right now. They've been full blocked in since what? 30 minutes in? Less than that? 20 minutes in?
The thing is, almost any other empire type in the game, in their position, has to go to war. Yeah. There are very few empires in their position that can sit there and be able to have a strong game in that little space.
That's funny too,
but because they don't care about, but because they don't care about planets, they can just sit there and turtle up. And they're not warlike. They are pacifist, fanatic spiritualists.
Their ruler is warlike. I just like the dichotomy of their ruler being a warlike pacifist.
That's beautiful.
He's basically like the combat Dalai Lama. It's a spiritual pacifist who's warlike.
Yep.
Oh, and frontier.
Also, this is the other thing. Good gosh. So 58 years in, and the Order of Our Lady Trappist is about to open their 5th tree. Now, what I would take as my 5th one would be domination. Because domination at the end of it, just like harmony, gives them another negative 10% on their sprawl from population. And along with pacifist and psionic theory and harmony, that would give them minus 45% from sprawl from pops.
So they did not take that.
Which did they take?
As you were talking, it went.
Oh no! Right. Okay. No, adaptability that's another good choice. So the reason they've taken adaptability is twofold. First of all, adaptability for habitats gives you an extra building slot. It's one of the few places you can get an extra building slot on all of your different habitats. The other one is that the finisher unlocks the orbital surveying decision, which basically lets you survey the planets your habitats are under to try and find more resources and open up different district types and that sort of thing, which is really important for them because that'll let them open up more science districts or more mineral districts. Energy probably won't be their problem, but minerals and science are the two things they're always going to be hurting for. So
interesting expansion I just saw. Earth Dolphins have expanded north to block the human game developers from expanding south. And then, and then fortified the system that they took.
So who's gone north? Sorry.
The Earth Dolphins Panicwealth. They got a new little tendril going north along the edge.
Oh yeah. Have dropped. I blocked off a few systems there. That's quite nice.
So that
in the center, the war for Tazri is about to be won, I suspect. Heavy Metal Inc. have now got both of the systems next door. So it's just about taking it now.
Human game developers are not blocked in yet. They still have one out towards the Galactic Core. It's just a little snaky path around the Yondar Guardians.
Yeah.
But look at the heavy metal though. That push they made is nice.
So let's look at the human game developers. Where are they?
Galactic Northwest.
No, in the outliner. Oh, the top one. That's why. It's because they're listed as Team 8, then human game developers, and so I was scanning through looking for the name and couldn't find it. But just looking from their point of view, the Yondar Guardians.
Something just popped up really fast, and I think it said the Cybrex homeworld had been found.
Ooh.
It popped up and went away immediately, and I saw Cybrex, so I think that's what that event was.
Yes. I can't track it because I'm an observer. But that means if I just do that, there we go. So that's a big one for the human game developers.
Oh, are they the ones who got it?
Yeah. So not only have they got
yeah.
Cybrex Alpha, but that means as well. Look at their relics. Oh, that's going to hurt. They've only got 14 relics, though, so they're not going to be able to do the secrets of the Cybrex, so they don't get the guaranteed megastructure tech. Have they got any dig sites in their empire? They got 1, 2 angled. That'll give them a few. Any they can expand into? Not that they know of. Oof. Oof.
So
that negates it as a bonus a little bit, but the other thing that they will have is they'll get the relic in a moment as well, which means that they'll be able to, for a sum of unity, convert 10,000 minerals into a load of alloys instantly, which is always nice. And there you go, 5 more, so that'll take them up to 19 minor relics. But yeah, not being able to do the secrets is a bit of a sod. You would prefer to be able to get that in, ideally. There is a... Oh. Hang on, why is no one rushing that? Do they not know about it?
What are you looking at?
No, they don't. Okay, so in the Pobma system, which is in that spit of land between the human game developers and the automated support unit above the Ondar Guardians, there's a dig site in it. That's the Ruined World dig site, which is attached to a size 25 relic world. That's a big prize, and no one knows it's there yet. They're all concentrating so much on expanding southward that they haven't noticed that one yet.
They haven't even okay, hang on. Let's pop over to them.
Situation.
Yeah, no, they haven't even explored it
yet. No, they haven't, and neither have the human game developers. Neither of them know it's there. Although the human game developers, for some reason, aren't pushing through a mining core worth 253.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, well, they've got a blocker there. And then I hovered over it, 253 fleet power. They could have gotten through that a very long time ago. They probably just, bumped into it, said, I'll worry about it later, then haven't thought about it again.
Good gosh, they really could. They've got 20k fleet power. They have more than enough fleet power.
Just been distracted with other things and haven't thought. They probably don't think there's anything in there worth exploring right now because they've got so many other things to worry about.
Also, up there as well, somebody's going to get the Surveyor.
War. There's a war somewhere.
Oh, the first war.
War.
Okay.
War. Everybody use your favorite sci-fi going to war quote. War, we're going to war.
Okay, so it is the human game developers who have declared war.
They got other things to worry about.
And they're conquering.
Situation log updated.
They are going in for conquering. They've moved straight in, smashed the defense base to pieces.
Oh yeah.
Hostile station engaged.
Monzun and Caligula's fleet is a very long way away, and their total fleet power is nowhere near the size of one of their opponent's fleets.
They might need to start begging for help soon. Yeah, they've got 6, 7-ish
station under attack.
And that's it. So their combined fleet is less than one fleet of the human game developers.
Yeah, they have 7.1k total.
And the human game developers are just sitting there with 20k.
So this is less of a war and more like the playground bully kicking sand in the little kid's face, right?
This is like when you declared war on me because we were sore about like one system that I took. It wasn't even close. He's a much better player than me.
Yeah, you won that war.
I did. On a technicality, yes, but you know, like technically speaking, you were kicking my ass.
Yes.
I'm not going to try to play that like something it wasn't. I won on a technicality, and he made me pay for it later.
And Living Marionette, I agree. This war may actually cost the game devs. So what are the Yondar Guardians? The Yondar Guardians are spiritualists, so they can build straight up to them. Because the truth of the matter is, this territory here is important. So in Guhor, you've got the mining drone home system. Kill that, get the surveyor. The surveyor's amazing. There's also the relic world, and you've got a size 13 tropical and a size 13 arid, so a couple of extra planets as well as 4 crystals, 2 moats. There's a 23 mineral system there. This is lovely territory that should be being pushed into as quickly as humanly possible. Neither side is at this point.
I don't even know what the Commonwealth's going to do here, other than beg for help from somebody else.
Yeah, to be honest with you, the Commonwealth is going to take its licks by the looks of things.
Yeah. What is this? What is this technically over? War of aggression. Okay.
Yeah, no, the humans have claims in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just stealing stuff.
Full on, like, we are taking your territory stuff. Let's see if we can actually look at what claims they have.
Like, they're building up their fleet, but they're still only up to 8K.
I mean, to be fair, whilst this is a war of aggression, they've only got 5 systems claimed. They've only claimed up to Rint Birkun. So
it's still a healthy amount of territory.
Yeah, but it's not game ending by any stretch of the imagination.
No, it's definitely not. I mean, like, honestly, if I was playing in this, I probably wouldn't be playing to just smash other teams out of there, because that's no fun.
No. So it's survivable for the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not entirely certain why the war is still going at this point. If I were the Commonwealth, I would have...
throw in the towel.
They've managed to get their total fleet power up to 9.8k. No, they are actually sending their fleets forward. I mean, that sounds expensive.
Unless they have like a significant tech advantage or have perfectly rock paper scissored their fleets to combat the human game developers, I don't see this going well.
Let's look. Let's quickly look.
Oh wait, no. That's it.
Oh, war's over.
It's over.
Oh god, no! It was worse. Most of the human game developers' fleets were cruisers, and the Commonwealth's fleet are corvettes. That would have been an absolute massacre.
Does anybody else remember when all Corvette spam was the only way to play? Back in my day.
That does not work anymore.
No.
So...
First war has been completed. There was very few casualties. They got exactly what they asked for, but there was not really a solid way of combating that.
Although, I have to admit, I'm not convinced that was very kind.
Oh my god, no. It obviously wasn't, but we wanted... I mean, I wanted to see a fleet battle of elimination, but, you know, just stomping over some civilians will do at the end of the day.
Yeah. But again, the goal for today was to be kind, and they certainly were not that. Exactly as I suggested down south.
Yep.
The Dolphins have rushed and managed to take the Lyrae system. So they've got a nice choke point there. and the automated support unit have pulled down to Baron. So just like I thought they would, they've managed to nab that one so they can grab those systems off to the side. They're not astonishing systems, so I don't think that the Panicwealth's going to be particularly bothered about it. And that means the Panicwealth is now free to race the Quality Assurance Corps. Now, what's interesting there is Quality Assurance Corps haven't expanded once in this entire session.
Nope. They've just been developing internally.
Nor do they have
How's their economy?
that big a fleet, or...
They're having power issues.
They are.
They're running a deficit right now. They're not at 0, but they're running a deficit. A mild deficit.
Yeah, they can easily support it. That's not a problem, but... I wonder what it is they're planning on doing, because they're saving up a lot of alloys at the moment.
Oh yeah,
That's
16k.
Yeah, that's a big chunk of alloys they're sitting on there. So...
Yeah, they've got a ton of alloys, but like no fleet comparatively. And their fleet's all Corvettes. Literally all Corvettes.
Yeah. That may be what they're doing. Let's look at their...
Oh, wait. There's some destroyers in one. Oh, no, they're merging them together like
No, okay, so I know exactly what they're doing. I suspect in 2 months' time, we will see a ramp up in military strength of this empire. I am predicting 2 months. One month.
Something coming? Is this a science? Is this a science
they
thingy?
They get battleships in a month's time.
Oh. Yep.
That
and it just
would
popped.
concern... Yep, there we go. I would be concerned mildly.
Now let's watch the alloys and see what happens.
Where's their shipyard? Haven't built any yet. Taken plasteel armor as their tech. They may be redesigning their battleships.
Yeah,
at the moment they're on auto best.
It'll take them a minute.
A couple of bits of unemployment. But yeah, they do seem to be pushing energy fairly hard in an effort to get over that deficit. So what we may see is we may see them get the deficit dealt with, and then once the deficit is dealt with, they'll be sitting on a nice stack of alloys, and yeah.
I'm right now happy to see 3 of those 4 expanding empires all just bumped into each other at the same time.
I suspect that as this goes on, this is going to get more and more interesting.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So Heavy Metal Inc. is flexing all over the automated support system. They didn't stop in Tazri. They actually pushed 2 systems further.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're decent system. There's a fair bit of science in there. No reason to leave them to the enemy. Potential enemy.
I mean, I would have moved down. Oh, interesting. There you go. So the lifeboat system's down there as well. And as long as you can deal with the psionic entity.
Mm.
Steve might have something to say if you try and go in there. But that will prove interesting to see who grabs that over time. Little pirate fleet here. Oh, someone got the cultist chain. Okay, so that's what that is. I do like the little cultist ship. Ooh, that's an interesting system. A gateway and a wormhole.
Where are you
Where
looking?
does the wormhole go? Ain. A-I-N. Down the center, down the south in the middle, basically.
Oh, yeah.
There's, gateway and wormhole in
Oh,
one
it's the
system.
wormhole that goes to nowhere, though.
Yeah, it cuts. To be fair, the actual number of jumps you would need to get from one of those systems to the other is actually quite significant.
Oh, that's true, but I mean, we're gonna have to. It would entirely depend on where the expansion of the empires that have access to this end up, because it could be 2 different empires, and that could be a war zone, or it could be nothing.
Yep, absolutely. The one that interests me is the fact that the wormhole, there's a wormhole down the south that leads straight up to the Marauders in the north.
Mm-hmm.
And that might come into play later.
Yeah.
The human game developers
Situation
are
log
relentlessly claiming systems. Oh dear.
Yeah, I saw that.
Let's have a look at this.
We're up to 18,000 alloys now. No
Oh, no,
battleships in sight.
They're not claiming on them, so who are they claiming on? Okay.
I love that little sound.
I love the noises they make.
Special
They're not
project
claiming
complete.
the Panicwealth. So are they claiming this lot? No? No? No claims going in from the human game developers that I can see.
Oh, they're going off the banter that was going back and
Yeah,
forth
yeah.
in the chat.
Yeah, no claims though. No claims. Do you think we'll get the Khan? Almost certainly. No, Alterin, don't worry, don't worry. Please point things out like that in case we do miss them. Like, more eyes better. Yes.
Mm-hmm. We can only look at so many things ourselves, so you guys are probably going to see some things we don't every once in a while.
Now, this is interesting. The Panicwealth is sitting on a third civic, and they haven't put it in.
What if they're waiting on something?
Situation log updated.
Civic, there's no civics that would be opened up by, unless they're planning on changing government type. Maybe swapping out of pacifism. Are they playing with their? Let's have a look. Are they playing with their factions?
Special project complete.
Doesn't look like it.
Maybe they're just distracted.
Yeah, they're not embracing or promoting, so... Oh! They've just done it.
Oh.
There you go. As we're talking, they've done it. Meritocracy. is their
Situation
third
log
choice.
updated.
So, Masterful Crafters, Meritocracy, and Merchant Guilds for the Earth Dolphins Panicwealth, which is why their economy is quite so great. Science, not so much, but the economy is nice.
Who needs science as long as you have enough guns?
Given their neighbours in the humans, I would argue they do not have enough
Situation
guns.
log updated.
Let's see, actually, I haven't even looked at their fleet in a while. What do they look like right now? I mean, last time they didn't have a fleet at all until right before we ended
Situation
the
log
stream. And
updated.
even now, it's not very strong.
So... there's quite a lot of unemployment going on in the human game developers empire. Like, a scary amount of unemployment. Can you not resettle? What kind of empire are they? Oh, they're robots. They can resettle. And they're turning jobs off.
So we did just get a claim from Heavy Metal on Church of Gainz.
Ooh, let's go and look at that. Where are you, Heavy Metal?
And the system they claimed has a 21,000 fleet power station guarding it right now, not accounting for other fleets.
And they have 17k in fleet strength.
So almost
They
40k.
they'll probably get through a 21k base. And they're also spying on the QA network and spying on the Church of Gainz. So let's look at the claims they've got on the Church of Gainz. So it's just the one system so far. They want Slippery John's lifting accident. I believe that was where the first casualty of this game happened.
Oh, was that the destroyed science vessel like 10 years in?
Yeah. that's the one. Oh, they're voting on Federation centralization, so I would assume their Federation's leveled up. Yeah, they're at level 3.
One second. Live content friends, the sound effects in my headset are oppressively loud and blowing my eardrums out every time DJ clicks on anything. Is there any way you can turn that down on my end a little?
Sorry.
No, every time you clicked on something, it's like, "Bwah!" It's more that it's distracting than anything else.
So, what are the QA core up to? I'm deeply suspicious of them, I'm not gonna lie.
You're deeply suspicious of QA, noted.
Yep. Always, I know them. So they've got interesting.
Did they spend any of that alloy yet?
Situation log updated.
No, but they have got a fleet of pure destroyers.
One of corvettes, one of destroyers, and they are working on that deficit. They were at the deficit just flipped. They went from -65 to +145.
Nice.
So they've got it balanced.
Yeah, that's quite the flip.
Did you just reach it? Performance is too good now. Can't keep up.
I have had this complaint from so many of my friends.
Well, could you imagine going from normally playing on fast to playing on fast now?
Yeah, no, we play on normal now.
Mm-hmm.
That is a healthy alloy income they're pushing out now, though. That really is.
Situation
133, yeah. Well, their economy is amazing right now.
I do get the feeling they're just going to drop out a fleet of battleships at some point soon. There we go. They have redesigned their battleships. Oh, now that's interesting. So they've got battleships, yes. Level 1 kinetic weapons and level 2 lasers.
So they got pea shooters.
Yes. Big pea shooters, but pea shooters nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. So they're just a deluge of really low damage projectiles.
Yes. Very big, very low damage projectile.
and some laser pointers.
Yeah. Couple of laser pens. They're probably waiting for neutron launchers. They'll need to go down the laser route in order to get neutron launchers to pop, won't they?
So are they working on any weapon tech right now? No, starbase capacity.
Starbase cap makes a lot of sense because they were over their starbase cap.
Engineering, research, and encryption. That's it. They don't have any weapons tech coming at the moment.
Wait.
Fighting by erosion. Yeah, just slowly erode away the hull of the enemy ship until there's a breach.
And Eladrin said, yeah, in fairness, the pea shooters can one-shot things if you mass enough of them. Yes, this is accurate. They're clearing out something. What was that? Oh no, that was one of their science ships running into a nasty. Got ya.
The discrepancy in fleet power between the teams right now. So we've got one up to 33.5, and then a bunch below 5K. Yeah,
and the Order of Our Lady Trappist has a 999 strength fleet.
Yeah, 999. I thought that was an error or something at first. I was like, is it really? I just saw 999. I was like, is it roll over or something? Nope.
The Commonwealth has brought their fleet up to like 12K, but
it's not enough.
Nowhere near enough.
No.
And yeah, as said, at some point we assume that the QA are gonna... Oh! The Commonwealth just found the bowl. Did they actually get the relic?
Population discrepancy is pretty big too between some nations. So we've got a max at 263 pops and a minimum of 93
Situation log updated.
And 93 is quality assurance.
No, that's the horticulturist.
Oh, no, you're right. No, I clicked on the wrong one.
Situation log updated.
But I believe they were a Gaia start, so that's not terribly surprising.
And we left them starting to terraform, so they could have a little population explosion coming once they get 1 or 2 of those done. Because they've got...
has happened. They've got 3 of them in already, 2 more being
2 more
terraformed
going,
as we speak. Yeah.
So,
They're getting
time
on
will come.
that. Yeah. No, QA's at the second highest population, 247. So some of that is because the QA empire started with 2 sources of growth.
Mm-hmm.
The human game developers, I assume, have just gotten colonies out quickly. Yeah, all their colonies were out early and they're fairly well developed already. 36, 43. The lowest one is 18 pops at the minute. So they're also over 1k science, which is a thing. So I want to go and look over here again at Heavy Metalink, and I want to see if they're continuing claiming. No, still just the one system. So what about the other way around? No. Where are they? There they are. Any claims on... Nope, no claims going the other way. Interesting. So what about the Doughnut? Are they claiming anyone yet?
They're doing well, but I don't think so.
Situation
got
log updated.
a lot of yeah, they've got 718 stored up influence, so
They just spent a whole bunch as soon as we were talking about it.
oh.
They spent about 200 while you were talking.
Yeah. Oh. Ben, we have Team 5 and Team 10 wanting to come and say hello to us.
Let's see.
And do some diplomacy. So that would be the Commonwealth, and that would be the Horticulturists. They want to come and talk diplomacy with us. So they're going to be joining us, I believe, very, very shortly. So I wonder what it is that they want to talk about, because let's see.
I can only imagine it's an alliance against the human game developers.
One would assume so, but we're about to find out. Hello there, hello there, hello there to the pair of the teams that just arrived. Horticulturalists and the Commonwealth. How are you both?
Yes.
So apparently there's some diplomacy to be discussed.
Yes, we want to discuss some important matters with the Rhopalocerans.
Okay, so what is it that you want to discuss in particular?
Yes, I will phrase this to the Rhopalocerans themselves. So, as interstellar horticulturists, our greater goal is to make the whole galaxy flourish and to make it as wonderful as possible. We have examined your homeworld, the Great Cocoon, and we have found that it seems to be about as wonderful as our own homeworld, the beautiful Protea. We think we have a lot in common. To get closer to our goal, we would like to offer you a proposition. We would like to terraform all the potentially habitable planets within your borders to Gaia worlds.
Whoa.
To give you even more wonderful places to live. Of course, terraforming multiple planets to make them flourish is big and costly operation, so we would need a base of operations of sorts. You would provide us with a permanent place to live within your borders, so you would just give us 1 or 2 of your planets, which would allow us to tend to the gardens within your empire. What do you say, Rhopalocerans?
Is it possible to terraform someone else's planets?
You would have to temporarily give up control over it, and then we will start the operations, and then we will hand it back.
You give it to them, they fix it, and then you trust them to give it back.
Yes,
From an idealistic standpoint, I would say that we are aligned. We wish for all the places in the entire galaxy to be as beautiful and perfect as our great cocoon.
That is exactly what we want. Though we had the Protea as our starting point. So.
I mean, I have a question.
Yes.
You said temporarily.
Yes.
I mean, that's not very specific, is it?
I mean, it doesn't take that long to just start some operations, put down some of our equipment, and then we can hand it right back.
During the construction period.
Yeah, just during the start of the construction period, even. I think we don't need it for that long. But
So
we would
question-
like to have a permanent base of operations as well.
What permanent base of operations? Where are you proposing?
We're thinking like just somewhere, hopefully that's a bit safe, like within your borders. We don't see everything within your borders, unfortunately. Some maybe a planet like maybe size 15 on the standard scale or something.
Fair price.
What do you think, Daniel? Monzun?
I I think that this is a very interesting proposition, and I would like to accept it if we can find a suitable homeworld.
Does it matter if the planet in question has anything on it?
As long as it is a good candidate to terraform to a Gaia world that we can live on, and it doesn't feel harmful to us in any way. Are you thinking of other species living there?
But we only have other species living on other worlds because they are actually quite disgusting. But we let them because they are kind of okay with it.
We are not fearful of other species. We usually keep to ourselves, but you see, as long as we have a wonderful and flourishing environment to share, we think, at least I think it's okay. What do you think, Destar?
Yes, I agree.
We have an accord.
It seems like it.
I'm sure that nothing will go wrong from this whatsoever at all in any way, shape, or form,
course.
right?
This
Yeah, it's
is
impossible.
a long-term ad hoc agreement, and I love it.
Everybody here is completely trustworthy and not going to stab anyone in the back, correct?
And not game
Yes.
developers.
Oh,
Wait, we could
that's
propose some other terms
so-
as well, actually.
Just
Of
out
course, I
Um,
think it would be beneficial if we have open borders, but that we may already have.
would that
could
require a
also-
border?
We have a
We could
question for you
also-
first.
Yes, go ahead.
Actually, this is a crucial one. Do you have any dealings with the human game developers from so-called Earth?
We have not had any dealings with them. We have not even talked to them. Or we have established communications, but that's all.
That is
But we
good
have
to know.
not heard good things.
They are not to be trusted.
It's
Now,
good to know.
come now. This seems a bit unfair on the human game developers. They're not here to defend themselves.
I don't trust them. They don't seem human at all.
But they don't seem human.
No.
I mean, they're clearly human.
They claim to be game developers and human, yet I have not seen a single coffee bean.
I must say I've not seen a human before, so it's difficult to compare.
Oh, I've read the books.
I know when
Okay.
I'm walking down the street and a stranger greets me as "Hello, fellow human," I implicitly trust them that they are indeed a human.
Yeah, right. There's nothing doubtful about that statement
Mhm.
at all, is there?
Exactly.
Okay, I have a proposition for a planet that we... Oh god, so many pop-ups.
Okay.
Give me a minute. I just discovered the Bower homeworld, so yeah.
There are humans on Dolphin Earth, apparently. Are there?
Interesting.
Is that the Earth?
What does that relic even do?
The relic that you just got
Yeah.
makes the entire agreement that you just came up with entirely pointless. it instantly terraforms a planet into a Gaia world and gives you some population.
Yeah,
Oh,
thinking about this, maybe it's not such a great deal.
But we
I
appreciate the
understand.
gesture.
We do appreciate the gesture, and we would like to, in the interests of common feeling, we can give you a system. Common
would
exploration
appreciate
of
that.
beautiful worlds.
Because we could, in that case, at least have some better diplomatic relations from that.
Certainly.
And I think we could benefit from that in the future.
We could, for instance, offer you. I'm thinking I could be mean and put it next to the Marauders, but I'm not going to. We could offer you the Sisaja system. It's a bit sort of it's not on the resourceful side. It's got 3 energy in it and nothing else. But it is in the heart of our territories and very safe from any other attacks.
I think it sounds okay, but how do we find it? Which system is it?
Sisaja, if you press F, Sisaja.
Okay, press F and then what did you say?
Sisaja. J for
Okay,
Juliet.
we might not be able to see it currently, unfortunately.
If
But
you do, if the pair of you do a what's it called? Share.
Share
Words,
sensors?
Graham. Sensors. Yep, share sensors, and you'll be able to see it. If
There you
that's
Would you
what
accept
want.
that, Rhopalocer? We both share our sensors.
Right.
We do think we have a lot in common and that we can help each other in this galaxy.
No
Yes,
worries.
understandable.
Before we wrap this up, then quickly, I just want to say, earlier you mentioned that you weren't scared of anyone in the galaxy. Are you sure about that?
Are you addressing them or the Rhopaloceans?
Both.
Both.
I am scared of anyone who claims to be something they are not.
Okay, so
They are
it's,
not to be
Oh,
trusted.
there we have it.
it's not the 50k fleet
Okay,
power, it's the
we're in
trust.
system. Let's continue our diplomacy.
Yes,
another
I'm very
chapter.
confused. There used to be a way of giving people systems or something, but it's
Quick
I just
one.
can't find it anymore.
In order to give them a system, it either needs to be bordering them or they need a claim on it. One of the two.
Yes.
So they will have to put a claim on the system you're willing to give them, and then you can give it to them.
We will do so.
Thank you very much.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you.
Have a lovely
Thanks.
day, everybody. And don't worry about getting stabbed in the back. I'm sure you're both completely trustworthy.
The human game developers will stab you in your
Should
front.
we go back to the other politics room?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
While that was going on, the automated support units declined a diplomatic overture from the human game developers, and the human game developers, we're just gonna call let's see, HGD. The HGD got a little saber rattly, got a little angry.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would be concerned if I were them, to be completely honest with you.
oh yeah, me too. They got human game developers 50k fleet power is just absolutely terrifying compared to everybody else right now.
Although, do you know who else I would be quite concerned if I was them? The Church of Gainz. I would be very worried at this point.
They're getting a little thick there.
Yeah, no, it's the 25.5k fleet to your south that I would be concerned about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy metal.
Yep. They have been steadily building up for a long time now.
Situation log
And
updated.
quality assurance, have they done anything? Well, they're down to 15,000 alloys, so they must have done something.
Hang on a second.
But they still only got 7.8k.
Hang on a second.
Where's it going?
Oh no, they're on a relic world, so it's not that. None of their planets are... Yeah, none of their planets are ring worlds. I wondered if maybe that was what it was. Oh! Another group of psychics. There's a lot of psychics in this galaxy. I was just wondering if perhaps they'd upgraded a megastructure or started building a megastructure. Ah! Right. So where their alloys have gone is habitats.
Ah. Okay.
That is where their alloys are going. They are building... that one's building a mining station, that one's building research, that one's building a habitat, and that's building a habitat. So yeah, they got a couple of habitats en route.
They've also finally been doing a lot more expansion, but so is the Earth Dolphin Panicwealth. They're both starting to tendril into the galactic south now.
They both realised, oh yeah, we should probably get on with that.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly, after all that work to get down to Tazri, Heavy Metal Link has stopped expanding.
Yeah. Maybe they decided it wasn't in their best interest as to shoot for the south and get in, in close conflict with close contact with the other two nations there. They've already got a significant border with quality assurance. Maybe they don't need a second one.
So also,
it's coming one or the other.
They're sitting on nearly 800 influence. So if they do decide to attack, they're probably going to be able to claim a fair amount of territory straight off the bat.
As it sits right now, they've got a nice choke point is the thing. So if if you don't want to continue expanding into the south, you're in a good position to build up there.
Yeah. So Order of Our Lady Trappist is just continuing. Oh my gosh. So they're up to 13 habitats now.
But still only 135 pop.
Yep. Well, yeah, habitats don't hold as many pops, and also, as spiritualists, no robots.
Good news is they did break 1K fleet power, though, while we weren't looking.
Yeah. I have to admit, what I would have done, personally, is instead of taking PR specialists as that third one, I would have taken permanent employment and gotten zombies in. And started growing zombies. So the galactic community, we haven't drawn much attention to it so far because, to be perfectly honest with you, not a lot has happened in it so far. We've got regulatory facilitation passed. We have astral studies networks. We've had 2 science ones passed, to be fair. So science is being pushed fairly hard. Someone just found the Voltorm home system.
Earth Dolphins.
Oh. Now, this is interesting. Science is being pushed hard, but Comfort the Fallen has already passed, and Tithe of the Soulless is on the queue. The Machine Empires might want to watch that. That could be very dangerous, and the Readied Shield has passed as well. Sorry, everyone. Someone could at this point propose the Galactic Council. Interestingly, it would be the human game developers and the Commonwealth and the QA Corps that would be on the council if the council was to happen.
Just by a hair, though.
QA Corps have just put forward advanced Xeno studies. So a few things are starting to happen there. It's a very, very quiet Galactic Council, though, because it's all players.
It's very, very quiet. Very, very quiet. Everything today again.
It's
we had one non-war war. It was a border conflict where there wasn't any actual combat.
There's a lot of saber rattling going on, isn't there? And a lot of people kind of just quietly getting on with their stuff. QA Corps is sitting on an Ascension perk. And has been for some time.
Yeah.
Just have a feeling that at some point we're going to see that one pop up on theirs. We'll see. They've also got the Blade of the Huntress.
I think I just kicked an HDMI cord because my monitor kicked out for a second there.
Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. Now, interestingly, the fleet size of the humans has not continued to grow, but heavy metal are now up to 32.8k, and the Commonwealth is up to 26k fleet power now.
After that last war, yeah, I'd probably be trying that too. Have they fortified their? They have not. Well, no, they got. It looks like they fortified the choke point.
Yeah, they've fortified Routry. Yeah. And I think they're moving their fleets up to Routry as we speak.
Oh yeah, I would have it sitting on top of that just in case.
So the deal has happened. The Horticulturists now own territory, including a planet inside the territory of the other lot, but the Commonwealth. But immediately upon that happening, pirates have spawned in it.
Oh. It's a trap.
Yeah.
Well, that's sad.
And the donuts are trying to be introduced to other people.
I'm getting hungry because you keep saying donuts.
Don't. Every week, it's going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
We should pre-prepare and actually have donuts before the start of the stream if we were sensible.
You're aware
of
yeah.
this,
like,
right?
I showed up to the office, because I had my morning meetings, I showed up to the office, and I ran into Christoph, and I was like, I am starving. I got a few minutes to eat, so I just went to, like, the fruit basket and ate a bunch of stuff. I should have eaten before coming in.
Here we go. They are pushing. QA really are pushing, as are the Panicwealth.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
They both finally noticed that this might. Oh, and they go up north. Like started by that heavy metal link have also started expanding.
Yeah. So now everybody's just rushing to fill in the south.
Yeah. Everybody suddenly realizes. Oh yeah, pants. There's a load of free territory there.
Mm-hmm. There's some really good systems down in here too.
So, also, the automated support unit are currently, there you go, have just taken the Pobma system with the 25 relic in it. And the Ruined World dig site.
Beautiful.
So, and they've also surrounded the mining core home system as well, which means they'll get the Surveyor. So they're going to have a decent number of relics. They'll have a couple of relics at least, which is quite pleasant.
We're
meanwhile,
fast approaching the spot of the game where there's no more territory to expand into, which is usually when things start getting a little spicy.
More psionics. So far, the human game developers have not been able to repair any of their home ring world, but the fact that they also have Cybrex, I mean, oof for everybody else. That they're a ring world start and they got Cybrex. That's.
I mean,
yeah.
Once they have the power, there's the Dragon's Horde too.
What the Ether Drake?
Yeah.
Yes.
A little ways
really
off from the. Yeah, a little ways off from the fleet power to take care of that, but they'll get it eventually.
Oh no, 50k they could go in now. If they massed all their fleets and were willing to take some losses,
are they willing to take those losses right now? I doubt it.
Yeah, on 6k alloys stored, I probably wouldn't. But with the Cybrex Warforge, I probably would. With their mineral income, I would right now activate the Forge.
Plus 254 is, yeah.
Yeah, get the 5,000 alloys. That'll give you 11,000. That'll pay for the losses, and then you can get potentially you could get level 6 armor. And war just started.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Oh, right. So it turns out. It turns out that the Church of Gainz didn't need to be worried.
So
That is
quality
probably a bit.
quality assurance core has got a problem.
Yes, it does. That starbase just fell in an instant.
Yeah, it's a hug box. It's three. It's,
They're all,
it's three
also,
of us.
I will point out, they're bringing troops.
Yep. Transport fleets is there.
QA
So-
Corn.
Maybe they should have spent some of those alloys on battleships.
Maybe so.
Like, they're up to 13K, but that's not gonna do it.
Yeah, 13K isn't going to beat the 40K that's about to roll in on them,
Yeah.
even with that, even
it's-
with the starbase.
It's 3-on-1, but it's really 1-on-1 because the other two don't have fleets capable of doing too much.
I don't know. The Panicwealth have a 7K fleet moving in down south that they're just not going to be able to do anything about.
Yeah. Oh no, quality assurance core, what have you done?
This has gone badly, and I think they're about to lose. Yeah, they're about to lose the Hidden Worlds chain as well.
Let's watch the slaughter. Oh, I'm watching this. Oh!
Yeah, that's.
God.
Now, the only thing that the QA Corps do have in their advantage is it's all cruisers and corvettes. But,
Established.
yeah. That's
Okay,
not good.
Now is the time where you
Landing.
prostrate yourself before your enemies, offer them whatever they want, and hopefully you can recover later.
I mean, at this point, if I were them, probably take the crisis bug. Gonna be honest with you. I think that's what I'd do in this particular situation. So, looking over here, heavy metals forces are bombarding the world, and oh no, they're on selective. So I did wonder if maybe they'd be trying to steal pops, but it's not worth it because they're driven as simulators. You won't be able to do anything with them. But
No,
I mean,
no armies.
Enemy troops.
yeah, there you go. There we go. Oh, and they've got a skeletal giant with them as well.
Oh, I forgot about the giant zombie.
Yeah,
the giant
yeah.
skeleton.
Yep, the giant skeleton has joined in the attack. I think we'll call him Eddie, right? And if you understood that reference, award yourself 5 heavy metal points.
And there it is.
And there we go. So that's a major oof.
Yup.
Special project complete.
Well, hell.
But I will point out, QA Corps are starting to build up some fleets. And in those fleets are battleships,
Finally.
which are every cruiser's worst nightmare.
Is it gonna be enough, or is it too late though?
Well, heavy metal have split their forces a little bit.
Hostile station engaged.
And you can see they
but
do
I
have
don't
some.
know it.
They're moving some fleets around.
Are they trying to catch
Yeah,
his fleets?
I'm not sure what they're trying to do right now.
Or are they gonna go? Are they gonna aim to slice off the side?
Trying to recapture their own system. There goes the station.
Yeah. Oh no.
And oh god.
So the interesting thing about this though is that these fights, particularly if QA are managing to retreat their forces quick enough, this will be hurting because they'll lose ships in every one of these fights, even though it'll only be 1 or 2.
QA just got wiped. They just got a couple K wiped out.
Yeah, all 5 fleets are coming back though. They retreated them all, so they lost some stuff, but they can retreat everything. But I don't think they'll win a war of attrition.
They went from 11K to 6.
Yeah.
That was not a good engagement. I'm not exactly sure what the get there was though, because they snatched the system back for a second and lost half their fleet doing it. Maybe they were hoping for just a distraction, and they could get out of there in time, but it just didn't work out that well.
Oh, they're having to throw out corvettes.
How are they doing, they've got plenty of alloys still, but they're out of energy.
Yeah,
they will be in an actual deficit in just 3 months, 4 months.
This war is not going particularly well for them.
Well, I really expected them to battleship spam with the nearly 20,000 alloy they had saved up, because there were some nasty foes on their borders, but it didn't happen. Not in time, at least.
Wonder if that's what this is about.
Oh, they're buying up energy so they don't hit 0.
Yeah, no, I've just noticed though the heavy metal ink don't. Oh, they do actually. No, they have. So it's not about the black hole. I didn't think they had a black hole, and I wondered if that was what the whole point of the war was, to try and take Gindor. But no, they have got a black hole. So.
Well,
and yeah, they're nearly as powerful as the humans now. 41.7k.
And the humans are now they're actually expanding a little bit for the first time in a while. They're at 56.
Yeah, well, their neighbours, the Commonwealth, got up to 30k, so that's probably giving them the heebie-jeebies a little bit, you know. Quite understandably. I don't think I would be particularly happy. About the people who I'd kick dirt in the face of suddenly having big old, a big old stick. So Firelord has just said one of the things that will come of this is the Federation owns the South, potentially.
Hang on. I lost my HDMI cable again, so I'll be right back while I try to figure out where it's plugged in.
So, yeah, the Panicwealth are now pushing in the south.
I got my monitor back.
And...
More quality assurance score.
Yeah, they have definitely just been hurt. Now, this is interesting. Are you moving your fleets north? Why?
Yeah, they're retreating back.
Yeah, why? I'm confused. Why are they retreating? Why would you retreat in this situation? There's no reason to.
Dear Church of Gainz, we have given you ample time. Please grant us your systems adjacent to the core so that they can join the Great Taurus.
Oh. Team 8, I think, have just started repairing a megastructure. Yep, they've started repairing their ruined ring world.
Yep.
That's
what they needed to be more powerful.
85th year, it's not bad. Oh. They have the 50 minor relics. They might want to do. Although
they're going for the Ether Drake right now. They're fighting him.
It's dead.
They're
not fighting him. Yeah, like I said, that was a brothel stomp.
Well, the Dragon Horde's theirs now.
Yep. will they get the armor from it? That's the big question.
So what I'm curious about is we at the end of last session, the heavy metal ink was voted fan favorite. So is anybody changing their vote? Anybody liking the human game developers? Anybody rooting for quality assurance underdogs?
I mean, quality assurance are my gang. So, having retreated, QA has now taken that system back. I am so confused as to what is going on here, gang.
I think it was just about. I think there was something about in the chat about just being over a wormhole. More of a, and there is a wormhole named The Hole Wants to Be Free.
So it was over that black hole. It was over that black hole. Interesting. Is anyone liking the human game developers? No.
They're too powerful to root for.
Apparently, they've been chosen as our galaxy's bad guys.
Well, it's got to be somebody.
So it was all over that black hole.
Yeah.
How fascinating.
I like how the adjacent system is just renamed Glowy Bits. Glowy Bits and The Hole Wants to Be Free.
So that's actually very interesting. Because it's denied entirely QA access to a black hole. Oh no, they could still get one. They can get up here to Xantaris.
Did you say the QA?
Yeah, the QA core, losing that black hole.
Dude, they're one tile away from one in the south.
Where?
Wallendan Black Hole.
Ah, yeah.
They got another one down there.
Yeah, they got another one down there. Okay.
I was about to say, like to them, it's kind of never mind. They still have access to one in the south as long.
Yeah, no, yeah. If they didn't have access, that would have been an interesting move. So, and they've renamed the system Heavy Metal Tour 2284, and the furball is back up. And yeah, this is not nice.
And it's over.
Yeah. I mean, it lasted longer than I thought it would, but yeah.
I do have to say I appreciate the renaming of border systems out of spite.
So, I mean, wow.
I approve of spite naming.
That was surely the final chance, right?
Yeah.
I'm out of coffee. Why do I keep picking up my coffee cup?
We're at 100% ore exhaustion. There's only 6k alloys left. They're running out of energy again. They're running a deficit of minus 300. Their fleet's gone.
Yeah,
they're spent. They got nothing left in them.
Yeah, they should probably settle status quo.
Because right now, are they going for the home system?
Not allowed.
Oh, okay.
Not allowed to take capitals until session 3.
Okay.
Just until session 3, so that nobody's kicked out straight away.
Just passing through to go slap something else.
Yes.
Yep, and that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
Oh, and there it goes. It's over. Status. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, down the border!
And they took rear door
so
that they have a base inside enemy territory.
They status quo'd like a second after taking that system, and I love it. Oh, it's beautiful.
That's quite a spot to attack from, right?
So that's a Border Gore CB right there.
Oh no, they've handed it back.
They
handed it back.
Oh, that's a shame. I was hoping that was gonna stay, and they were just gonna build a big ass fort there.
QA have got 17k alloys but losing that planet was not fun for them.
That was that was what, their second system, I think.
Yeah, I think so. It was one of the guaranteed habitables.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a massive ouch.
They renamed the world Agony and Annihilation too. Oh. So Agony and Annihilation Heavy Metal Tour 2284. I love it.
I mean, I like it. Yep, I'm okay with this.
That's good. That's good.
And down south. Look at
yeah.
what the Panicwealth did.
Oh, they cut him off.
Up. Big time.
Mm-hmm.
And linked to the Federation, look. The Federation now spans from one side of the galaxy to the other.
It doesn't? They're not touching yet.
They have one system to take, which... and that's a science ship. There's a construction ship about to move over from Heavy Metal Link. The Federation has completed the line across the galaxy.
Mm-hmm. Ute homeworld system has been located.
The Church of Gainz has found the Ute. I don't know. The Ute of today, right?
Ooh.
Fish.
To automated support units, we'd like to extend a friendly invitation to join our Human Game Developers Federation. So now we're trying to get another federation built up around the human game developers.
Please do not refuse this friendly invitation, fellow humans. We repeat, please do not resist.
Please don't resist.
This doesn't sound like there's any choice involved here. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, QA Core just found the Erassian home system. So, you know, one nice thing for them at least.
Yeah, I was about to say, maybe they could come back from this. Oh, what just happened? The groupies have the groupies have got to be a vassal.
The groupies, yes, they are a vassal.
Yeah, okay. Wow. Yep. I feel like that's spite vassalage right there, right? That's gotta be what that is.
No, it's with the way the the empire size works now. Yeah. Quite often when you take other empires, the best thing to do is to create a vassal from them. True story.
I still like to think it's spite. At least in my heart it is. When does the E3 DevClash start? We'll let you know!
Yeah, right. Hello, Federation friends we never met before because you were on the other side of the galaxy, right? At least now they can hang out with each other and have parties and stuff. So the automated support unit did not resist. Could we maybe get the automated support unit and the human game developers to maybe drop into voice? Would that be possible, production?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, could we get them in? Because I'd love to chat to the automated support unit about how they were just invited into that federation entirely fairly and with no malice or threat whatsoever.
The United Human Game Developers have been established in order to secure a peaceful and prosperous future for all humans alike. Sounds very Palpatine-y.
Yeah, Yeah, this is Oh, wait. QA just joined that.
They need protection, so I would if I were them.
Huh. So now we have two very powerful federations. The human game developers are up to 78.9k fleet strength.
Yeah.
Well...
Order of Lady Trap is still a 1.1.
I mean, to be fair, that's exactly what I'd be doing in their situation.
They don't need a fleet.
Yeah, right. They have heavy metal ink to protect them.
Heavy
they
metal,
just sit there
yeah,
in the econ.
spooning them and protecting them.
Yep. And the Order of Our Lady Trappist just sits there and econs away, and yeah, they're getting up. They're well over 1,000 science now. They've got the Ute Cryo Core, which also means any new habitats they build start with an extra pop, and also when they activate it, which they have not at the moment, they can get minus 20% on ship upkeep.
So are we all in agreement now that human game developers are the baddies? We're all on the same page there, I assume.
I mean, I'm not so certain. Heavy Metal Ink have undoubtedly been the most aggressive empire in the game so far.
Yes, but they were also voted fan favorite.
Well, that may be the case, but just because they're fan favorite doesn't make them not evil. Just saying.
Are you saying our fans like the baddies?
I mean...
Situation.
But yeah, the human game developers, like they kick some sand in the Commonwealth's face, but I would argue that's better than literally taking one of your planets and then turning it into a vassal called the Groupies.
Chat points out heavy metal isn't being aggressive; they're just being preemptively defensive.
That excuse has never worked in real life, and it's not flying here.
A good defense is a good offense. That's the saying, right?
Sports cliche should not apply to space empires.
I'm sure it applies to war, too.
Oh, dear. From my point of view, Heavy Metal Ink is evil, says Alterin, right? QA Core was just sitting there, vibing away, not causing anyone any problems, and Heavy Metal's just come in and kicked them in.
I don't know. The aggressively expanding in the in the expansion phase of Stellaris, grabbing those choke points is very aggressive. I've played this game with you. You know what you're doing.
I'm sorry, but I of the two federations, I would argue that it is the Heavy Metal Federation that has been the most aggressive.
I'm not saying...
you're
saying that being aggressive is equivalent to being evil.
I mean, what did QA Core do?
I'm sure they did something. They pointed out that the bugs were there.
If we're gonna go that way, then everyone's done something. Oh. Well.
Oh, yeah, no, there it is. I was like, what are you looking at? I looked over at your monitor. Okay, no, you called it.
Well,
I think we've decided. I think we decided who's evil, I guess. That's there we go. That's out of our hands now.
Taking back what I said. You bad guys.
All is moot now.
Yep. Oh dear.
I'd just like to point out that I was right.
This is yes. I wonder how the rest of the galaxy is going to...
I mean, if I was in their position, I'd probably do the same thing.
Hang on, what? People are now about to move on the Carnate? I mean, that's risky. So every time you destroy a Khan starbase in the Marauders, it has a chance to spawn the Khan. So...
Magnus, the Master, I really don't want to say I told you so, but... Oh, that was just perfect timing! We were in the middle of arguing about it.
Yep, right, and it's just like, yeah, they're not the bad guys, go into Ascension.
We're going to war!
Oh. Who with?
Automated support units again. Quality Assurance Corps and human game developers.
Oh, they've gone to war with
the groupies.
Groupies.
Okay.
And they're not at war with the other federations, so I assume the groupies were released.
I mean, I was saying that I thought that spite independent nation there was the best way to go. I'm not saying I told you so.
Why would you release it, though?
Updated.
I don't understand why you would release it. Fascinating. Well,
That also basically removes the black hole.
so rather wonderfully, our request has been granted, and the human game developers and the automated support unit are going to be joining us in chat very shortly.
Ooh.
So we can find out how the automated support unit feels about their totally voluntary part in this federation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, totally voluntary.
Is that everyone?
It's probably fine. And hello there, everybody. Welcome along.
Ahoy!
Hello, friendly organics.
Hello, fellow humans.
Hello, fellow human kids. How are you today?
We are delighted to make your acquaintance.
So which empires are who hailing from, please?
We are the automated support unit. We are here to make your life safer. Nicer. Please enter your safety cocoon. If you do not have a safety cocoon, one will be provided for you.
So I have to ask to the automated support unit. It rather felt from our point of view that you were forced into the Federation you're now a member of. Any comment?
We have calculated that joining the Federation would make all organics safer by 0.013%. We have therefore decided to join the Federations to ensure organics safety.
That's just logic.
So the first thing that the Organic Safety Federation has done, just to make this clear, is declare war on a group of organics.
These organics are wasting their potential. We will collect them and bring them to their safety cocoons, where they will be able to explore their full potential under the eye of their cyber nanny.
I deeply don't trust you. I will be honest.
On the other hand, am very interested in the safety cocoons. They sound delightful.
You're trusting this, Ben?
Implicitly, yes.
I mean,
Creators made us to protect and care for them. We will therefore protect and care for all organics.
I mean, I'm not sure I believe it. We have had during our conversation, we would like some live reaction from you, because it would seem that organics don't feel that you're keeping them safe, because the Gardeners of the Galaxy has just formed, and a new federation of organics has formed in the north. What's your reaction to that?
We have established through extensive probing and that our organics are 110% happy in their safety cocoon. Organics who are out of safety cocoons are liable to get hurt. They should join us so that we can care for them as their need.
Okay.
I'm very curious what everybody else is thinking right now. If it's at all possible, can we get a poll in chat, pro or con safety cocoon? Because I want to know what the viewers think about the safety cocoon thing, because I am all for the safety cocoon.
Altering that, I have noticed that the human game developers are staying very quiet.
No.
Oh, hello.
Yep. Oh, no, I was just gonna say, as a representative of the human game developer, I feel very confident that they are humans just like us. I think they sound very reasonable. They just want to have a good time, make sure that there are no bugs out there, invite a bit to the safety cocoon. I think it sounds perfectly normal.
I mean, it's like an act of kindness from our end, of course.
So obviously, your invitation to join the Federation, to the automated support unit, came across, how do I say this, entirely as a threat. Any comment on that?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, to
What's
be
pure
honest with you,
logic?
it was
Yes.
pure logic. You told them not to resist.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. And to be honest, I feel like they sounded very happy to be part of this federation. You could just hear it in their, central circuits, how happy they were. All the feelings.
Humans don't have central circuits.
In their heart, in their
Yeah, there you go.
happiness.
Well done. Yes. So how do you feel about the fact that chat are calling you and your federation the bad guys?
I would not trust chat. I don't know. I haven't met chat, but they don't sound to be trusted.
I feel chat must be bugged. They should join their safety cocoon as soon as possible. If they do not have a safety cocoon, they should join their closest automated support unit, and we will make sure they are provided with a safety
Hey,
cocoon.
they're even free.
So a question. Do safety cocoons protect you when the galaxy explodes?
The galaxy will not explode as long as organics are not in charge.
So your ally in your federation hasn't in any way, shape or form taken the crisis perk?
Of course not.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah. We merely fix localization issues.
Yes.
Are you absolutely certain about this? Because, gonna be honest with you, I don't believe one of your safety cocoons would in fact save me from the galaxy explosion.
That sounds like heresy to me.
I mean, it will save you if you're a part of...
Because you are not yourself in a safety cocoon. You are subject to delusions and psychosis. Please join your closest automated safety unit, and we will provide you with a safety cocoon.
Is safety what the groupies just were provided with when they were wiped from existence by your federation?
Liberated.
I feel like that was some form of misunderstanding. I think all our diplomacy so far has been peaceful. The war against the bugs to the north was purely in self-defense.
And hostile localization issues.
Yeah, hostilities couldn't be tolerated.
Oh, the real bad guy turns up. Hi.
DJ.
Hi.
You hurt me.
I mean, you're the one that's trying to blow up the galaxy.
No idea what you're talking about. That's not in the documentation. I'm merely here to thank publicly our fellow game developers. The three arms of the great friendly beast that only wants to take care and protect and ensure that the galaxy is looked after and is of high quality. Unfortunately,
we're all humans after all.
Exactly.
We love ice cream.
And unfortunately, it seems that there are people in this galaxy who do not understand the need for proper processes, for proper development, for proper documentation, and for order. Tickets have been created for these issues, and they will be closed.
You say do not.
Please do not resist.
Are you sure that you're not just going to blow up the galaxy?
Game development is a tricky thing.
So what you're telling me is that you're not willing to state to our audience listening live via ShroudNet that you, in fact, are not planning on blowing up the galaxy. You are not willing to go on record and saying that.
At the moment, we are not prepared to blow up the galaxy.
I will go on record to say that even if such a thing were to occur, nobody would feel a thing.
That's very much not the question that I asked, and is not in any way, shape, or form,
I'm afraid you'll have to sign it. Wait for the next design meeting.
And to your allies in the Quality Assurance Corps and the Human Game Developers, you're okay with the galaxy being blown up, are you?
Well, I think the primary objective is to remove the bugs, right? So
No life, no bugs, right?
Yeah, if you glass
Well,
the galaxy, no bugs.
That was you.
Fellow organics.
Yeah, I think you said that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you are always bringing it up with this blowing up the galaxy. It's not been from our end.
I know, as a host and journalist, it is my job to dig in and find the truth, and remove the truth from your propaganda. That is my job in this position. And right now on my screen, I have up the ascension perks of the Quality Assurance Empire, and there's this glowy skull become the crisis. It makes me suspicious.
I don't see that.
That's doctored. That could be doctored. We machines know that is easily done.
No, I don't see that anymore.
Fleshy organics.
So
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see it.
So there is war in the north. There is war.
Smoke bomb, everyone out.
Yep, so, go.
I think we're gonna have to cover the war here.
Yep, we have a war. The Church of Gainz has been declared on by the Doughnut.
Ooh, some of the outliers, the non-Federation types are. I like that the two non-Federations members are going at it.
Yeah, right. It's quite close fleet power wise.
You know what I need here when I'm hosting is a printed out stack of memes to just hold up during those interviews.
So they have taken.
Just the Bugs Buddy new.
They've got 5 systems. They're definitely so. This I assume is part of the attempt to create the Galactic Doughnut.
The Great Taurus in the sky.
The Galactic Doughnut, yeah.
Need an Elmo fire. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna do that next time before the next stream. I'm gonna print out a stack of memes to have here at the desk.
So, interestingly, the Church of Gainz just seems to be letting this happen.
Maybe it's a nod-wink agreement.
I was about to say it, but then they could have just traded. They didn't need to go to war. But I suppose this is more fun. Yeah, I assume so, because they've got
they got fleet strength.
Unless they're just building up a few more fleet. Oh, they have a psionic entity.
Oh, hello there.
But yeah, they're not. They're not pushing. So now we see what are the fleets going to do from here. Oh no, they're not stopping.
Nope, they've already gobbled up a hell of a lot of territory already.
Well, they've taken the systems they wanted that they've claimed, but now they're moving on to Phonoc for some reason. I assume they're going to try and hit.
Oh, nope, that's it.
Oh, no, there we go. Yep, there you go.
Nope, it was a nod. It was, from my point of view, that was definitely a nod-wink war. It was, you declare war, you could have this.
Yeah, we're not just going to give it to you. We have to save face. Although how being beaten in a war saves face, I'm not certain. But the Doughnut expands.
Well,
I need net.
As my chosen favorite, I'm happy to see the Great Taurus in the sky expanding and getting more donutty. I mean, although the next thing to do is to worry about heavy metal or automated support units if you want to continue around the galactic core, and either way is a bit of a tall order at this point.
That might be slightly difficult. Let the galaxy know that the great menaces, the Marauders, have been vanquished. Oh! The Northern Marauders are gone.
Mm-hmm. Which frees up the wormhole all the way to the south.
Yeah. And the Gardeners of the Galaxy are nearly powerful enough to fight the humans on their own now. You know, if you ignore the humans' other two AI, like the automated support unit and QA. But the humans are now over 100,000 fleet strength.
So, in theory, right now there's 1 free Federation slot and 2 empires.
Yep.
So someone's getting left out.
So at this point, I believe the game will slow down because we are at the end of today's session.
What the hell time is it?
It's 5 p.m. already,
Oh,
but
Jesus Christ! I feel like we've been here for 45 minutes.
yep, no, it's 5 p.m. already. It has been 2 hours already.
Damn it! It's having fun.
And last week we did 49 years. This week we have done 49 years.
Yep.
That's absolutely brilliant. So, state of play in the galaxy. Up north, we have the Gardeners of the Galaxy with the Commonwealth.
Which I don't particularly think, without getting the donuts in there, I don't think it's a particularly strong federation, because they don't have an actual... Wait, can they get through to each other now? Oh, they
yes,
can.
they can now.
They
that
can
was
now.
the whole point of... Yeah, that was why they took out
Okay, so that's better now, then.
Yep. Then we have the Federation of the Human Game Developers, the Automated Support Unit, and the Quality Assurance Corps.
The baddies.
And a reminder that the Quality Assurance Corps has taken the Crisis perk. So these two empires are protecting an empire that is going to blow up the galaxy. Then we have Heavy Metal Inc., the Order of Our Lady Trappist, and the Dolphins Panicwealth. And they're all in a federation together. And then standing alone and proud, we have the Church of Gainz and the Doughnut Corporation.
Which
I'm sure they won't learn to regret that decision in any way, shape, or form.
In theory, they should be jockeying for position for the last Federation spot. But we'll see. We'll see.
I believe what will be happening in a moment is everyone will be jumping in with us.
Chat, let's do a 60-hour stream. Hey, well, we do the Grandest Land. Those are, what, 12-hour streams? And I've done the last couple of those. That's tough on the production crew.
Yes. And tough on the broadcasters.
Oh, yeah, I was talking about, everybody involved.
Yeah.
I've done a couple of those. No, this year's was not as bad as last year's. Last year's was tough.
Okay, so we are going to be joined by the players to have a quick word about today's game. We'll go through the teams and let each of them have a quick word about how they feel today's gone, and then we will call this stream to an end. Naturally, while we're waiting for everyone to drop in, next Monday we will be back, same time, so that's 3 o'clock in Europe, 2 o'clock in the UK, which is, hang on, let me do this right. It's 9 a.m. East Coast and 6 a.m. Pacific. And obviously the VOD is up after the stream. And there is also a YouTube version, which we put out later on in the week. So, the first thing that we would like to know, ladies and gentlemen, is could you please type in chat a number associated with the empire of your choice to say who was the kindest in this stream? And who do you think was the kindest empire?
Quality Assurance Corps.
I mean,
they are kindly going to put the galaxy out of its misery.
What?
Don't yes.
No. That wasn't for you to hear.
It's fine. So we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. So first of all, the Church of Gainz. How do you think things are going for you so far?
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah?
Exactly what he said.
I mean, you did just lose a war. We did see.
Well, no. We did not lose a war. We finally found the proof we were looking for. To show the entire galaxy that this vile collection of carbs and tainted sugar is pure villainy. With their untainted aggression on everyone. Everyone saw them for what they really are, and it cost us basically nothing. Empty systems, empty space, empty carbs.
So what you're trying to tell me is you didn't lose a war, you won a propaganda victory.
Yes.
I mean,
Also, have you looked how many assets we have? Half their population has joined us already.
I mean, I wouldn't reveal such things. That's certainly not my place to reveal your espionage and the fact that you gone ham on it. In any way, so moving on to our next team, the automated support units. Hello there.
Hello.
How do you feel the game's gone for you so far?
It's going. I mean, yeah, we were slowly growing. We started from, a very difficult position with our creators being like dangerous for themselves, and then we try to grow and protect them, and now we found other people that are eager to protect our creators too, and then we decided to join forces with them. And yeah, that's going. Seems like we're slowly trying to get.
Just gonna put it out there that I don't think blowing up the galaxy protects your creators, but I mean, you guys do you guys, yeah. I mean, you know that's fine.
That's a matter of perspective, is what it is.
No, but okay, yeah, you do you. So moving on to the next team, the Horticulturalists. Hello there.
Yes, hello.
Hello. How do you feel your game has gone today? You did get some sand kicked in your face at the beginning of the stream, didn't you?
Well, it was understandable. They found technology to make our offers insignificant.
Oh no, I meant more when you were invaded and lost systems and territory to the human developers.
Oh, that was not us.
Yeah, that's somebody else.
That's sorry, no, I got the Commonwealth and the Horticulturalists.
The Horticulturalists
are the same colour now. Ignore me. So, yeah, no. In that case, you haven't had too much go on other than that your deal was turned down.
Well, turned down. That's a strong wording.
We have a very.
It certainly didn't go exactly as we had planned, but what matters is the end result, and the end result is that the galaxy will be much more beautiful.
We now have a beautiful corporation.
They lost the agreement, but they gained a friend, is what it was.
Yes.
Yes, and we now have a very strong corporation in the Gardeners of the Galaxy.
Yes, So are black holes beautiful?
Beautiful.
And exploded planets.
Exploded planets.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the planets be beautiful than exploded.
Yeah. And stars turned into black holes. Not a fan of that?
Not really. That's not a good
okay, interesting.
Place for life.
You may have an issue with the aesthetics of the galaxy in the future. Just putting that out there.
That's for future horticulturalists to worry about, though.
Yeah, right. This is accurate. This is accurate. So next team, we have the Order of Our Lady Trappist.
Blessings of Our Lady upon you.
Hello there. How are you both, and how do you feel today went?
We are great. Today was very prosperous for the Order of the Trappists, and our economy is in full boom. We have been able to provide the galaxy with many free samples of our products, and we hope that everyone has enjoyed them and has found solace in their consumption.
Okay, so you've been very quiet, but your federation hasn't been. What say you to the charges that your federation, which obviously it's suspected you're largely funding, obviously. What say you that your federation is trying to destabilize the galaxy and cause war at every available option?
We refute the accusations of destabilization and border war, as they are obviously slanderous lies. And we state that our only pursuit with our federation is to establish a galaxy of peace, enlightenment, spirituality, and prosperity.
So you deny that your federation is the only group of people who have actually taken a planet from another empire?
I have no such. I have not denied any such claim, but we have not. And since it's a federation and we do not lord over our colleagues, we have no authority to stop them.
Got you. So, moving to the QA core. Hello there. How are you? How do you feel today has gone?
Well, there's fewer of us than there were before.
Yep.
We're not really sure what the design intent was of this fractional entity that has now since been erased.
Mm-hmm.
However, we are incorporating these lessons into our development structure, and we'll be making considerations going forward.
And what say you to the charges levelled at you by most of the galaxy, and certainly not me in particular, that you've taken the crisis perk and plan on killing everyone?
We just plan on resolving all the Jiras.
Quality will be assured, one way or another.
Is it quality if there's no one there to see it?
Yes.
Maybe.
Only
one way to find out.
Yes. So, moving swiftly on, the Heavy Metal Incorporated. Hello there, how are you?
Hello, wondrous. We went on tour and it was great and got a bunch of groupies and then they all disappeared and we don't quite understand that. And we're a little upset about that.
So, I have to ask, why did you free the groupies and not keep them as a vassal?
Why wouldn't we? Besides, our federation is big enough.
Okay,
we thought they really wanted to be free.
Yeah.
And then they weren't. And that's sad, so...
They were unliberated.
Yeah, really? What's up with that?
And how do you feel about the fact that the party will stop if the QA Corps succeed in their aims?
They have aims?
They do, yes.
Oh.
They renamed the planet, too.
You might want to look into those aims, because there will be no more heavy metal.
Well, we can't have any of that. It does sound like a banging party, though.
Oh no, there'll be plenty of heavy metal. In fact, there might be just metal.
Well, that sounds like something that we can, back.
If we continue along this development path, we may be optimizing the amount of metal in the galaxy.
But we do want our groupies back.
Oh, that... I like the sound. I like the sound of that because it means more conflict.
Well,
By
unfortunately,
the way, next time you guys should build some ships.
Oh,
duly noted.
The party fleet's carved through that a little fast.
Yeah.
Before this gets personal, we will move on to none other than the Commonwealth, who I earlier mistook for the Horticulturist because I'm an idiot. So the Commonwealth, you got sand kicked in your face earlier. How'd you feel about
that? Well, we discovered they were robots. We didn't think that. We thought they were humans. But the galaxy should know they are not human. They are robotic.
But they do tell people they're humans, though, so I don't know who to believe.
Yeah, right.
And they were a little bit stronger than we expected, but we're confident that we have refocused our production and entire state to be stronger, and we will prove a tough nut to crack.
So were you a little...
Especially horticulturally speaking, we now gardeners, so we have many nuts that we are cultivating.
So were you a little surprised when tens of thousands of fleet power came pouring over the border?
I would very much like to know how they did that, actually.
So, moving on to... oh, no.
I'm just going to make an accusation here, because we were meant to be role-playing and not cheesing the game, so I'd love to know how they did that.
Oh.
Well, we'll get to them in a second. So.
Well, I was about to say, we're going to be asking them that in a moment. And so the next of our empire that we are talking to, I believe, is the Panicwealth.
Hey, yep, hello.
Hello there. So how do you feel today's gone?
We are very impressed by new union about quality assurance. We don't panic at all. And we want to declare that Dolphins always respect quality. So we don't panic at all.
Okay.
They seem...
apart from that, that was quite a smooth sail.
Oh, they're just vibing.
You've managed to connect your federation up so that your federation spans from one side of the galaxy to the other, which is quite impressive.
Yeah, they're a bit reluctant should they jump into, because it's not that pacifist, but then realized maybe they need some help, so yeah.
I would argue that it's not pacifist at all and has probably been the most aggressive federation in the game so far, but potato potato.
We'll see, yeah, how it will develop.
And how do you feel? How do you feel the rest of the game's going to go? Do you think your federation will stand tall?
We'll see.
You'll see.
Well, we just managed to flood a lot of our worlds, so they are now ocean worlds. So we hope that a lot of people will come and visit them.
Well, that's definitely going to help you out, isn't it?
And last but definitely not least, and cozying up next to evilness, human game developers. How you doing?
Hello there, the human game developers.
Hello, fellow humans. It's us, game developers from Earth. Now I think we had a good game. We just sat at work today, did some work. We had a nice Gaia world called Also Earth. We have some nice stuff going on there. Repaired our old ring world, our old game developer office that was ruined before, but now we're repairing, rebuilding. Found some bugs to the north. So we fixed that, seems okay. Still waiting QA response on if that was resolved or not. And yeah, I think we're making good progress in making a high quality product here.
Okay. And how exactly did you put out that much fleet strength that fast?
Well, I mean, I think being a game developer, you have certain, insight into how the game works. So we may or may not have used some of that. Cannot deny or confirm anything.
So, essentially, good economy, go burr.
There has been some burr found going around here.
Quite a lot of it, one suspects. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We have... have we missed someone?
One thing.
Hang on, we have... I did forget. I apologize. Please.
We got no audio here, so we're just gonna move on to the ASMR portion of this broadcast. I'm just gonna talk to you guys for a little while. I think they can hear each other.
Apparently, I apologize to break in, but apparently sound is completely broken.
Yeah.
On the stream.
I got one of these from content over there. And so I don't know if you could hear something, but I was just sitting here watching you, looking like you were hearing something.
Yeah, no, yeah. I was listening to Iggy's very passionate speech.
We got none of it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
It works now. Iggy.
Okay,
wait. Okay.
I will just
you
repeat
go.
what my colleague was saying. That as the Doughnut Corporation, we are very disappointed and saddened by the action of the Church of Gainz, because they were claiming that the system we took were worthless and useless. But actually, we offer them a great opportunity to give us the system so we could become a part of a great Taurus, to allow the galaxy to centralize under the great Doughnut for the good of everyone. We offer them to do this willingly, to become a part of the Doughnut. They refused, and for the good of all the galaxy, we had to fix this.
So you willingly took on the burden of that territory that was just useless to other nations.
It is not useless to other nations. They just don't understand.
Yeah, okay.
Don't understand the spiritual value of a Doughnut.
But it was definitely on you to be the shepherd of that territory.
It's necessary.
We could not
the galaxy.
We could not allow a empire or a church, so-called church, that would not even acknowledge our diplomats and donut carts. It was a travesty that such an empire would hold the great Torah systems as they were.
Good to hear. Good to hear. I'm glad that the Doughnut Corporation is continuing to press the word of the Great Taurus in the sky.
You want to claim that those are insane ramblings, and you could hear it for yourselves.
Noted as insane ramblings.
There's still one more thing the Church of Gainz would like to say. I've been asked to share this. Some people might remember the tragedy of Slippery John in the first episode.
Yep.
So cruel.
So cruel. Our scientists of the Heavy Metal Inc. that got tragically
murdered
in an accident, including lifting. It has now come to our attention that that cheeky bugger faked his death and applied to be our head envoy. We, of course, hired him immediately.
What? What?
Yes, he's currently at work at Doughnut Corporation.
It's an insurance scam.
So Slippery John never died?
Apparently not.
I feel like we need to rename the system.
Or has he risen again?
Slippery John's insurance claim.
I mean, to be honest, we do have permanent employment, so he may just be metabolically challenged.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
It's probably fine.
Yeah.
Right. Well, with
we
that,
need to wrap
ladies
up.
and gentlemen, let's do the thing where we call this a day.
Well,
to announce.
Oh, do you want to announce the winner?
Yeah, I was
about to say, before we go, we got some stuff to talk about.
I was about to say, you go. No, you do it. You do it.
DJ, go ahead.
Okay, so the winner of this week's vote is the horticultural commonality.
I'm not surprised.
It has been decided that you were the kindest of the nations this week, and so you have won the vote.
Even though the deal fell through at the end, it was still a very kind deal as long as there were no backstabbing planned.
Yeah,
we're very happy to hear that. And the galaxy shall be beautiful.
Such an honor.
Indeed. Well, we're going to have to wrap it up here, friends. So thank you very much for watching, as always. We will be back next week. Same place, same time, 3 p.m. CET, here on Paradox Interactive's Twitch channel. Thank you very much for watching. And we will see you all next time, friends. Goodbye.